Hi, my name is Kenny Barnes, and I am a recent graduate from Virginia Tech's History Department. For the past year, I have worked with the Visualizing Virginia Tech History team to develop a handheld AR tour about the process of integration and community building for Black students here at Virginia Tech. And personally, what I found most interesting about this tour and just the process of creating it was that it gives the opportunity to talk about and discuss figures from Virginia Tech's past and stories from Virginia Tech's past that have one reason or another either been forgotten or hidden up intentionally. And I didn't know most of this information before I started doing research about a year and a half ago, but found these stories so moving that was really the big motivating factor for creating this tour, was telling stories that people otherwise wouldn't have known and stories that still have a lasting impact on the Virginia Tech that we see today. For the first 81 years of Virginia Tech's history, Black students were prohibited from attending the school. It wasn't until 1953 that African Americans were actually allowed to enroll at Virginia Tech. And even in the first few decades after they were permitted to enroll, many Black students struggled with finding a community at Virginia Tech. While many welcomed them with open arms and welcomed integration and just a more diverse student population, there were others who were very against it, and these students faced considerable social and administrative barriers to turning Virginia Tech into the home that they were promised when they enrolled here. This tour will highlight those obstacles and how Black students, faculty, and community members were able to overcome them, eventually forming a tight-knit community at this predominantly white institution that's still very strong today. The tour itself is comprised of 8 separate stops around Virginia Tech's campus, including some notable landmarks such as Burris Hall and Squire Student Center, but also some lesser-known spots like Hillcrest Hall and the recently renamed Hodge Hall. At each of these stops, you will learn about events that took place there and the impact that they had on the Black community of Virginia Tech, both then and now. While listening to narration, you'll be able to scroll through historical photos and documents that are discussed in the narration, and in some cases hear directly from people who lived those experiences. And when designing this tour, one of the major considerations was the importance of place in the AR experience and when telling these stories. So for users who are on campus, this tour features a map with all of the locations clearly marked, so you'll be able to find your way from one stop to the next very easily. And for users who are unfortunately unable to join us in Blacksburg, there are many features on this tour which will help you feel like you are here with us virtually. Overall, I think the biggest takeaway from this tour for users will just be a greater appreciation and understanding of how diverse the Virginia Tech experience is for different student populations, both in Virginia Tech's past and now. For many, the motto, "This is home," rings true as soon as they step foot onto Virginia Tech's campus, but for many others, they had to create home at Virginia Tech, and this tour really highlights that process for Black students and faculty. I hope you all enjoy.